Hello, I'm Giménez García. I'm postdoctoral researcher at the University of Valladolid, and I'm going to present the work done about forest ontologies and link compound data for the Iberian Peninsula in the CrossForest project. So in this project, we had several forestry datasets, the most important, the forest inventories and land user maps for both Spain and Portugal. These datasets are published by the ministries of each country, but they are not usable by the average user. So they are heterogeneous and non-integrated in different formats. They are complex, especially for users that are not specialists in the forestry domain. And it's mainly raw data that it's not directly usable. One of the main goals of the project was to convert these datasets to link compound data. So identifying all the resources contained and giving them IRIs and connecting all this data of all the datasets among them and with relevant external datasets. We followed a bottom-up design where each dataset had its own ontology, and then we had another upper-level ontology to describe the common resources, so it was possible to relate them. In addition, we had 3 additional modules to describe the position and measures of the entities. Then its dataset was linked to external sources, whether ontologies to map the vocabulary, datasets to align the resources, or websites with relevant information about the topics. To generate the data, we followed a similar workflow for each dataset. So we downloaded the compressed data from the source it was published in the first place, extracted in an intermediate format, normally CSV or JSON, then merge all the extracted data and transform it to RDF, and then enrich with new information, such as links to other relevant ontologies or datasets, or adding new coordinate reference systems that were homogeneous for all positions. For this process, we used open source tools, whether publicly available, or we created some scripts that we also published and make open source. Here we have some statistics about the data. We show 3 datasets: the Spanish forest inventory, the Spanish forest map, and the Portuguese land cover map. So we see that we have 200 million triples with the 3 together, with more than 1 million trees, more than 100,000 plots, and more than 1 million polygons with 2 maps together. All the results are publicly available in the GitHub of the project. There are the ontologies, the data, and the tools to replicate the transformation in case anyone wants to do it. The data is also publicly available in the national and European data portals. There are Sparkle endpoints to query the data, link data interface to navigate it in the case of the Spanish datasets. And there is also a visual tool, the Forest Explorer, to explore this data without the need to know anything about the semantic web technologies. This is an ongoing work, and our next steps are to add the temporal evolution of the Spanish datasets and include the previous datasets that were created, as well as the following ones that are currently being made by the ministry. We also want to connect this data with special data, and we are starting with spatial planning data, such as municipalities. And we are exploring how to enrich this data with LiDAR data taken over the territory of the country. Thank you very much for your attention. If you want to know more, you can access a longer presentation about the topic in this address.